Good morning, guys. After receiving the calls of some of my sisters and brothers telling me how they can, know HTML and CSS in a good way, so I promised them to, prepare some videos to teach them how HTML and CSS are used in order to create a website. And that's why today I'm going to introduce to you the main part of the project, and of course at the end of the video that I will upload, you will be able to create your own website. So in order to do this, you need to have actually a Visual Studio Code, right? It's much better. And you need to have also Google Chrome. Because I'm using Ubuntu, I will be using Chromium. For me, I will be using Chromium. So allow me to go and first of all create folder here. Let's call it video 1, then introduction. After doing this, so I will come and open my Visual Studio Code, then great, I will come here then open folder, and it's on desktop. It's video 1 introduction. I've written it wrongly, but I will correct it. Then open. You see now so I have to come here. Okay, yes, I trust over there. It's okay. Now I have to come here and add file. Just add new file. Let me call that introduction.html. You have to put this index HTML for Visual Studio Code to recognize that I want to create HTML tag. If I create it, it's going to remain interface like this, and you have to make sure that you see your file is here, and above it to have your folder where your video will be stored. And I want to, for example, start with simple things. There is what you call tag and HTML tag, and what you call HTML element. For example, if I start by this one of button, I told you this is what you call HTML tag, and we have two kinds of HTML tag like this, which are opening tag and closing tag, and that's what you call self tag. Actually, you write it only, and you don't need it to have opening and closing. So you see the difference between opening tag and closing tag, it's only slash. So let me put, for example, welcome to my website. My website. Now this is HTML tag, this is HTML tag, and this one is called opening tag, this one is called closing tag, and the whole thing here, the whole structure here, is what we call HTML element. So if I save and I go back to, if I save and I go back to my folder, I open this with my Chromium web browser. What do I get? Let me check. You see, actually that's what I have, because welcome to my website in button way, because I used tag button. Just I can come below and add, for example, let me now use for example tag of paragraph, p paragraph. You see it's displaying now opening and closing tag, and I have to put my text between. Welcome to my, for example, I have said welcome to my website. I will, or you can say you will be given, for example, fantastic things, fantastic things. For example, this one has to be displayed on my also web browser. If I say, for example, and I come back on my web browser here, if I refresh, you will see you will be given fantastic things. Now, for example, there is also another but reminding you that this one is called HTML tag, the closing tag, just opening tag, closing tag, opening tag, closing tag, and this one is a text, of course, and then the whole thing here from here up to here is what we call HTML element, and this is also HTML element. Now here I have two HTML elements, right? Okay, if I put, say, for example, you are allowed to put space, because HTML actually, if you put a space, it's not going to create problems. For example, if you save this and you refresh, nothing will be actually, no change will actually happen on your page. So let me add, for example, another interesting tag of anchor. This anchor. This helps you to sometimes you will see you can click on a world, and this world will actually take you to another destination, take you to another link. For example, I can write link to the YouTube, for example, link to the YouTube, link to the YouTube. If I say link to the YouTube, I need first of all, okay, for example, if I save this one, okay, if I save this and I come and refresh, you see it will give link to the YouTube, but you see I cannot click here and go to the to the YouTube. So what do I have to do first? You see I have opening tag and I have closing tag of anchor, so I have to come here and put space first, and then I add href, then equal sign, then here I have to put the link of the YouTube. You see now, for example, if I come on my browser and I come here on YouTube, and on YouTube it's great. Maybe let me come here and say YouTube. I will actually take this one, copy. If I come and paste it here, you see, and I save this, just anchor element. The reference is this one, but instead of displaying YouTube, I want to click on this word link to the YouTube, and then this will take me to the YouTube. I have saved. So if I come back on Chromium and I refresh, it will be like this now. It will be like this. So if I click on link to the YouTube, you see now it's going to take me to the YouTube immediately. It's going to take me to the YouTube. You see now? That's great. That's amazing. People create their websites. So let me go back. Yes, you see, you can now, for example, search anything that you want and then you get it. For example, if I search Sindambiwe, or you see Sindambiwe Silva, that's where we get some videos, Silva. But you see, referring to what I have done, you see now. Let me go back to my website. Now I want, for example, if I open this link, it has to open it into another, another tab. So what do I have to do first? I have to come here, and you see I have this attribute. This one, we call it attribute because we are adding something to the tag, so we call it attribute. And then this is the element to the attribute. So I have to come, for example, put space, I write, for example, target, and then space, then I have to put this, and then I put blank for it to open to the new tab. Just target and then blank like this. So if I save and I come back on my website and then I refresh, if I click on YouTube again, it's going now to be open. That's what we call just attribute tag, just this one of tag. This the important putting this tag to my environment. So this is the first part of it. So if you're very interested, please don't hesitate to follow it, because I will upload the next. So next really what I'll try is to explain different tag, the HTML tags that we have and what do they do. So, and I think this will be very interesting video. Great. Bye.